Hey y'all, what's up? So, I thought I was recording the whole time. That's how tired I am. I ended up watching Smackdown late because, what was I doing? Oh, I had picked up my son from Boys and Girls Club at 7:30. He asked me to pick him up at 7:30. They close at 8. And then, I dropped him off, went to get Domino's, get pizza. By the time I got set up, it was 7:13. I had to, stop watching the What's Your Story podcast with Stephanie and Bianca. Before that, last 2 days I watched R-Truth's first interview with Chris Van Vliet. Then I finished the second one today. And then yesterday, my son and I was watching the lead up from Old versus New Bloodline. From the time Roman came back to Survivor Series. Solo is funny, okay? He real funny. And then, maybe watch this. I think he was watching like the Tag Team Elimination Chamber match. And then there was something else we was talking about. Oh, it just popped up. And then my son I told you I was watching Hell in a Cell with the New Day with his friend. And then, watched both of R-Truth's interviews. I'm still watching Stephanie. Hold on, what is it called, Lord?
Just who he is as a human being and as a husband.
What's Your Story with Bianca Belair? I like watching my podcast versus listening to them, because I like seeing body language. Like, I want to see what the body language is when you tell the story. Like, I want to see all elements of the interview because I'm nosy. Not unless I first started listening to you and you were like on the radio or something like that. Like Sirius XM had Foxhole. Jamie Foxx had he got his own channel. And he has like interviews and stuff like that. Like I could watch him without seeing him on TV because I'm used to just listening to him. But like certain other stuff, I gotta watch. Oh, and then I watched Sammy and Jay play back the backlash match. But yeah, so I was 13 minutes late in the Smackdown. When I came in, it was LA Knight in the ring, I think against Solo, and then Damian got in the ring, and then mind you, I didn't watch last week. Only had to catch the highlights because I was at work. They asked me to work something today. I could not do it. Like so much pain. I gotta work tomorrow though, so I'm not gonna catch Backlash in real time, which kind of sucks. I like tweeting, like certain stuff you gotta tweet live when it's happening live, like the old Twitter when you watch the award shows and stuff like that, and like playoff games like back in the day. When I first got on Twitter, like 2009, you had to watch that live. Like, there was no other way. It's more entertaining, and you get to react to, like, random people and all the things. And people you know. This mosquito bite is irking my nerves. But, like, now with WWE, you can watch it later, but the PLEs is still better to watch live and tweet about it live. It doesn't give it the same oomph, I feel like. Unless you like have a watch party with a group of friends and stuff like that. But like watching it and tweeting about it live to me is better. And my hair is so freaking dry. I'm about to take this ponytail out. Like, I don't know why. And not washing it more and oiling it more. I don't know why. What is going on with it? It's irking my nerves. The middle, the crown is like, I just want to. But I started out, and then it was Damian there. Then LA Knight tagged himself, and then I forgot what happened. I remember he mopped Jacob and then fell. He ended up to give a solo BFT, and they ended up winning. And Damian was upset because LA just got out of the ring and he tagged himself in it. Then them two start going at it, and then because they're part of the contenders match at the Fatal 4-Way, I think, at Backlash. And then Jacob came in to disrupt it. And then out of nowhere, Drew comes out of nowhere. And I was like, that's crazy. So, Byron asked Drew about everything that's happening or whatever. Drew was basically like, LA Knight already had his turn. He needs to get to the back of the line. First of all, that's the pot held in the kettle black, because every time you lose a championship opportunity, you want you want like 2 and 3 rematches. So I'm like, for you to tell somebody they gotta get in the back of the line is comical. But he told him he had to get to the back of the line. And then he said, and Damian shouldn't even be in the match because he lost. No, he also said LA shouldn't even be in the match because he lost. Then he said that what else he say? Oh, Damian's riding off his coattails again. That's the only reason why he's in the match. Like, he can't do nothing without him. So he said he's gonna win against Jacob. Then he made a face like, "Oh, gas, no brakes." I was cracking up. I was like, what is wrong with him? He's like, he's gonna win against Jacob and then become a Grand Slam champion, which is new to me. You learn something new every day. I remember when he talking about he first got signed to WWE, he won all these championships off the rip, right? So I'm thinking he was already a Grand Slam champion. I didn't know he wasn't a Grand Slam champion yet. But everyone won't be one. You know what I'm saying? I think Jay is one. Are we counting tag titles? Because if we're counting tag titles, him and his brother got the FCW tag title before they switched to NXT. He had the Raw SmackDown Raw champion tag title, the SmackDown tag title. So he's Triple Crown champion. Then he became one. If you count tag titles, he became one when he won the IC championship. Now he got the World Championship. Does that count? Does tag championships count? Because if that counts, then he's won. If it don't, he needs 2 more titles. And Solo needs 3 because Solo was a North American champion. He hasn't won anything since. I think Sammy's only been the IC champion and the tag champion, if I'm not mistaken. So I don't know. But yeah, so then they had Santos was talking to Ray. Ray was talking about how he lost fair and square, and Santos was like, "Oh, you thought that I was doing this just to have us talk." And Los Garza had ended up like attacking him real bad. Nick come out, try to break it up. And then Andrade comes to check on them. So I'm like, they gonna end up having a match next week, ain't they? Nope, it ends up being this week. So later on, they have a match. Ray and Andrade versus Los Garzas, which is Humberto and Angel. I was told that Santos had wrestled last week, which I'm glad, even though I missed it, because I was like, is the man like a manager or not? Because I'm like, we know he could wrestle. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's more focused about them two than he is with Solo. He went from being a contender for the U.S. Championship last year to going to like manager status, which is crazy. I'm trying to get all these like thick curls out. But so oh Lord, my hair, sorry. So then he ends up they end up wrestling. Ray and Andrade end up winning. And then I think Santos comes out and starts like fussing at Humberto, like, this was not part of the plan. I did not send you out. Oh, I got new growth. My hair is growing. That's why I got send you out here for you to take steps back. Y'all losing. So Humberto slaps Santos. And Santos gets all in his face mad, and then Humberto walks off, and I was like, I knew somebody was gonna slap Santos eventually. I said, they sick of him. Like you talking a lot of trash and ain't hardly been in no tight matches. And I said, low key though, I thought Angel was gonna come and like follow through and then walk after his cousin. Like I didn't think he was just gonna sit in the ring and look like that. So I don't know if he's torn and he gonna like I'm not in the middle, or if he's just gonna be like I'm not in the middle of this situation, or what the situation is. Because are like they breaking him up for now and letting like Los Garzos do their thing, or what? Love Bug, you eating? Love Bug? Okay, I thought you was asleep. I'm about to say TV blasting, Naruto blasting, and you knocked out. So you just got off 2K. I shouldn't have. But so then trying to talk through the pain. I'm gonna take some ibuprofen. Charlotte comes out. Charlotte looks great, by the way. Her tan, like, gold look is giving, like, Destiny's Child Survivor mixed with, like, something chilly from TLC would wear at a concert. And it's like, I was like, I'm here for it, okay? She steps out. She goes straight to the ring. She starts talking how people are ungrateful and how Tiffany does it. Like, she almost beat the champion and this, that, and the third. And yeah, I got a lot of Negro. And oh Lord. They start booing her. So she's like, you ready for us to leave? You want me to leave? I'll leave. So I think they start cheering or something like that. And I was like, oh, that's crazy. Because at first Charlotte was like, y'all don't seem to care about me, basically. I'm the greatest woman champion ever. I've been out for 2 years with a knee injury. Something. And I said, girl, you've been out for a year. That's exactly what I tweeted. Like, you ain't been out for no 2 years. You sicing it, okay? You've been out for 1 year. And I was like, in low key, based on the videos of your speedy, like the way you was pushing the cover, and how long they said how long you was gonna be out for, you could have came back Survivor Series if they could have spoiled you in the story. I was like, but they decided to let you wait till the Rumble. I was like, so you ain't been out for no 2 years. I've been watching only for 3. Okay? Like, when I was watching, you wasn't here. Was you? No, nope. When I was watching, I think you was out because I think you had first got married, like right before I started watching, and you was out for a minute. And you came back towards the end, around November, December. I remember that because that's when they gave you that title. I was pissed. The 14th champion, the 4th team title. And then you ended up fighting Rhea at WrestleMania 39. And then yeah, and then all after that, you was trying to get a title. After Bianca lost hers, you went after try to go after that. You and Io and her and all the things, and that was a whole situation. And then y'all became faces. You became a face, and people was loving you. Then you got injured at a house show. I think they said you got injured at a house show. Because when they was like, Charlotte's out. And I was like, what the hell? I think everybody in 2024 got injured in a house show. Because I think when Oscar got injured, it was a house show. I think Charlotte got injured either at the house show or at the Christmas Smackdown show. I can't remember which one. When everybody was out, it was mostly because everybody got hot. Because they was like, oh, she was wrestling such. We was doing a house show or whatever y'all was calling it. Sunday, what is it? It's called a Saturday night main event and Sunday night something. I forgot what Sundays was called. And like Oscar got injured, you got injured. Tyler Bate got injured. He just came back. Dragunov got injured. I can't remember if that was on Raw or a house show. And he need to be back. It's been y'all all got injured at the same time. Y'all injuries all lasted at the same time. So you and Tyler are back. That means Dragunov should be back. Asuka should be back. Kyrie got injured at I think a house show or Europe or something like that at the house show. I'm like, God dang. Cause I guess on them type of shows you could be more. I know you can interact with the audience more, and you could be more free. Like with the shows on TV, it's timed, and you got to be more structured, and you got to do. You know what I'm saying? So it's like it's more free to do whatever. But at the same time, stuff get more dangerous like that. Yeah. So I was like, okay. So then Jade comes out. My algorithm got old Roman Reigns videos going. This is a video from 2018 with him and Jackie Redmond. That's crazy. I didn't know she was interviewing wrestlers back then. She looks, you can tell makeup has evolved because, oh Jesus. Not saying her. She's pretty. Not saying her. Sorry. Yeah. So, you guys, this weekend, yeah. I feel like now every week I'm giving an excuse. I don't know if I'm slowly fading away from wrestling or if it's legit stuff is just happening during certain times. And I feel like it's the latter. I think it's a little of both. Like, I'm going to be honest with y'all. Like, to me right now, Raw is it. But my girl Liv is gone. So I'm like, now what you gonna do with the girls? Like, just 2 years ago, it was Rhea, Becky, Nia. You know what I'm saying? The main three holding it down, along with the women's tag teams. Then 2014, it was really like Nia, and Becky, and then Rhea was doing her thing on the side. And Liv. Then it was Damage Control came back. Oh, Damage Control and Bianca too. I forgot. Then it was Becky, Liv, and Rhea. Now it's like Io, Rhea, Becky, kind of. Now Liv is gone. I'm like, Lord. But, yeah. So before the whole Chelsea thing, that's why I'm continuing today on a Monday. I didn't even watch Backlash this weekend. I was supposed to, because work on the weekends. So I have to watch that before I watch Raw. And what time is it? It's 8:27. Like, I could get the gist of it low key if I wanted to and just watch Raw. But like, I need the full details because certain stuff that they put up as highlights on Raw and Smackdown on YouTube, I be like, and then they'll show like stuff that came to be the next week on SmackDown, and I'd be confused still. Cause I was like, what the hell? You know what I'm saying? So like the whole Santos and them thing, like I didn't know what happened with them and the confusion. Like I understood it, but I was like, I didn't understand it at the same point. Like other than me catching bits and pieces and saw that I think Santos had a match, I was like, what is going on? So before the whole Charlotte thing, it was Chelsea was in black having a mourning ceremony about her title. Mind you, she done lost this title 2-3 weeks ago. Okay. She in there with her Secret Service. And they was in Nick's office. So he was like, what are you doing? So Zelina comes in there talking. And then her, I think, and either Chelsea or Piper was talking trash. So she was like, how about you get your friends? I get mine. We can do this, whatever. Nick was like, I like the sound of that. The belt looked good on her. Okay. And so I'm thinking, oh, it's gonna be her, Michin, and B-Fab. Come out is because I thought it was 3-on-3. I don't even know my mind heard tag team. So she comes out, like Piper and Chelsea come out. You know, Chelsea's gear is always the lady or the man that does Pretty Deadly's gear that also does Chelsea's gear. Like, kudos, okay? It's a lot of gear people, okay? And I know a lot of them use the Wicked, dang, what's the name of that? Is it Wicked Clothing? Rhea, Shotzi at the time, Natalia, Maxine, I want to say Alexa Bliss, and sometimes Roxanne. They all use the same girl, okay? Miss Sandra and Christina, I think does like Jimmy's, Naomi's, Street Profits, Cody's. Right? I think they did Jade's once or twice. She did. Jade and somebody else goes somewhere else. But the person that does, I need to know who does Bailey's gear. Because I need to know if they do the jackets. Okay? That's the main reason. And the person that does Chelsea and Pretty Deadly's gear be on point with Chelsea's gear. Especially when they have to go somewhere like Saudi. Because I'm like, the cover up, it should be fabulous, okay? But, so Zelina comes out, and I'm like, who the hell is she coming out with? Mind you, they in Dayton, Ohio. It's Alexa Bliss. And I'm like, girl, I forgot you was on the roster. That's bad, ain't it? I ain't seen you since Elimination Chamber, so you just been sitting in the back for 2.5 months. You know what I'm saying? Like, you might have did dark matches, but you've been sitting in the back for 2.5 months. My hair is doing its own thing. Look, this side just decided not to be in the ponytail and curl up. The rain ain't help. It's mainly because of the rain. It's the frizz and all. And then sometimes this will be straight and this side will curl up like it's. But so they wrestle. First is Zelina and is it against Chelsea? Then it's her against Piper, and she tried to do some moves. I said, girl, first of all, Zelina, you good, but you ain't that good. That reminded me of like when Alpha Academy had fought the Usos, and Jay was trying to move Otis, and he behind him trying to do a move, and he over there smiling at the same time because Otis over there vibrating. Why he trying to pick him up? Like, this not your fight, okay, Zelina? My mosquito bite going down. So I'm like, this not your fight. So she does some move. Like, Piper does, I forgot. I don't know what the hell move Piper did. And then, first of all, she caught her outside the ring. Zelina caught her outside the ring. Then she did the Meteora on her outside the ring. But the most impressive thing, like I've been telling y'all, Zelina is impressive as hell. But the most impressive thing is Piper tried to do something to her in the ring, and she reversed it into a DDT. I said, nigga. Like, I was so impressed. I was like, you gotta be kidding me right now. You got to be kidding me. Okay? So then Alexa gets to the ring. The crowd goes crazy. So it's her and Chelsea. I remember that. Because at one point in time they were wrestling. Chelsea tried to do the unpretty her. And Alexa had reversed it and put her in. My brain just went blank. That's Sister Abigail. And they ended up winning the match. And she was upset. And I was like, that's surprising too, because I think Alba was ringside. So I'm like, y'all losing, and y'all had someone ringside too. So then we go to the Charlotte part. So then Charlotte leaves out. Jade comes in. They size each other up again. I'm like, this the third daggone time y'all done size each other up in the past 1.5 years now. When is this happening? Okay. So right before they go to Jade's back, so Jade said, Charlotte, or something like, don't leave or something. She was like, basically, your time is up. And then what's the name? But Jade and them, you could tell that she is so nice, and the camaraderie in her voice. She don't talk like how she talked to AEW. Because, she used to be cut the shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, she had more attitude. Like, this, I don't know if it's because it was her there and Ricky Starks and, like, Punk and stuff. And, like, she was probably cool with the girls, but she wasn't cool with the girls. Like, she was cordial. You know the difference between being cordial with who you work with and then, like, being real cool with who you work with, like family. Like, this time it seemed, because even with her saying what she said in the ring, her tone, okay? and maybe it's just me because when you work in production and sound, you hear stuff different. Her tone didn't give heel. Like she had beef, like, I'm coming for you next. It was like a sincerity in her voice a little bit. And then Charlotte walked off. And then she was about to get in the car. So somebody was in the car. So I thought it was like Tiffany or something. So I'm like, who the hell? She gets out the car. Alexa gets out the car. I said, ooh, that's going to be, if they run that back, that's going to be interesting. I didn't see that live, but I saw the promos in the matches. Okay? And then I was like, Alexa going to eat her up again in the promos. Because y'all tried to say, because this was a debate about a year ago, that the Charlotte and Alexa promo, that Charlotte ate Alexa up. Like, for those that don't know, Charlotte did better than Alexa in the promo. But if you sat there and listened to it, and it's honestly because the crowd loves Charlotte. But if you sit there and listen to it, Alexa ate her the hell up. Like, Alexa won that promo. Okay? I don't know what the hell y'all talking about. I don't know, because in the moment you like, ooh, ooh, ooh. That's the same thing kind of like in the moment with the John Cena and Cody joint. Like, Cody came close now. You know what I'm saying? To winning. And people was like, but Cena really won that. Like, we're going to keep it real. You know what I'm saying? So, I was like, ooh. So then I'm like, who the hell is Jade wrestling? Because remember, I ain't watched last Friday. Jade wrestling. I knew eventually it was going to be the tag jump. Jade wrestling Nia. Okay? My girl. She's beautiful per usual. You know what I'm saying? They wrestling. When I tell you, I was tweeting like, yes, Jade, yes. I'm like, now I think she's going to be ready for a match with Charlotte. Only because Jade has improved a lot. You could tell by how she wrestles that she was zoned in and focused on how to learn certain things. Now I feel like as a wrestler, sports entertainer, she needs to put her own flair on it and not be too much in her head in it, if that makes sense. You know, you first learn something, you do it perfectly, but you could tell you just learned it or you haven't used it that much and you're more focused on trying to get it right versus like, then it comes to a point where when you get comfortable with it, it's like, if I mess up, I mess up. I'm going to do it. I'm going to hit it the best way I can. And this to anything. Like, I'm going to do it the best way I can. If I mess up, I mess up. It's still going to turn out good. Like, Jade is on the first stage. Because when she used everything, she did a Samoan drop. She did like a high kick. Then she did a super kick. She did did she do a moonsault? Or try to do a moonsault? I think she did DDT. Nia even pulled out stuff out of her arsenal. And I'm loving Nia this past year and a half because when she had matches with Naomi this year. And who else did she wrestle? I'm trying to think. I know it was Naomi. I think it was Tiffany. Maybe Michin. It was a PLE or they main event in the Smackdown, and she did some move. I think she did the Hurricanrana, and I said I ain't never seen her do match moves like that. I'm loving in 2024, 2025 that wrestlers are either going into their bag and using move sets that they have not used in a while, or they're opening it up to add more moves to their move set. Like one of the reasons why I like KO outside of his resiliency and his dry humor, love his dry humor, is the fact that he can do about anything. And like, I be sitting there like, at first I was like, you too big to be trying to do all that stuff. Okay? Him and Ivar. But I'm like, they do it and they make it work. Okay? They put their little spin on it. So she was hitting it. And I was like, this is the difference between you wrestling and honing in. And you could tell that she wrestled more and is more comfortable in herself versus the matches at AEW. Not saying because she was still beginning. They only wrestled one day a week. I know she did work on her craft through the week, but I'm like, you can't perfect it as much as you want by yourself. Eventually the test has to come. Okay? Eventually the test has to come. And that's wrestling. For her, that's wrestling with against other people to see how she looks in the ring, what she needs to do, how can she perfect it, and things like that. Like for my son, when I'm sitting here taking him to the gym, coaching him on basketball, I tell him, like, certain people, after you get down to basic skill sets, the dribbling and all that, the tricks and all that, I was like, you need to sit and work on your moves. You know what I'm saying? Like a Carmelo, a Steph, and stuff like that. Like they do. Kyrie, they'll sit there and work on the same move over and over for 15, 20 minutes. Nobody's there. The test comes when the game happens. Okay? And you try to do that move with somebody opposing you, defending you. See if you can hit it. That's the same thing. Because you could do it perfect practicing. But can you do it perfect when someone's coming at you? That's the same with her. And I'm like, I was so elated for her because I'm like, people was like, oh, like I was one of those people. Like I loved her. I love her in AEW. I loved her when she got to WWE. And I was like, I'm trying to figure out why they sized her and made her this big hot commodity and her wrestling skills aren't there yet. Like we still would have loved her if she would have went to NXT. You know what I'm saying? But because they made such a big deal about it, that's the reason why she came up to the main roster versus her going to NXT. Okay? But I will say the partnering up with Bianca helped a lot. They helped each other, which I mentioned in a lot of ways. She helped Bianca loosen up. Bianca helped her step up. Not saying that she showed her anything, but you wrestle with Bianca. You got to step your game up. Okay? Then the separation, her wrestling and going back, her injury, her practicing more and things like that. But her coming in now and showing her moves and stuff, WrestleMania and after WrestleMania, well, more so after WrestleMania, because WrestleMania was so quick and stuff. In my mind, Naomi carried that match. She carried the whole thing, the promos, the matches, all that. But she's done so well. She's done so well, and she was holding it down for a while. And Tiffany came out to sit and watch, right? And then at one point, Naomi came out. And I remember that outfit, which is funny because I remember her posting on Twitter. It was talking about she was trying to get this outfit and it was sold out on Amazon. And she was like, everybody wearing this outfit. And I had mentioned, like, girl, people trying to proceed with caution at Comic-Cons and Halloween. Like, you done started something. Okay? So, she came out. And I wonder if the curly hair is synonymous with her being a heel. You know what I'm saying? Like the straight part in the middle, curl hair, bust down is cool. But I mean, will we get like a bunt part in the middle hair thing? Because we know the bangs is more glow, girl. Like we know the bangs is glow. I wonder if they got some braiding hair with some yellow ends. If not, she could dip her hair in yellow color at the ends. And like, I feel like with Naomi, her having like, knotless or something like that with some yellow ends, she'll hit. Or remember when she had the short, braids and then she had like, I think her ends green. If she did that with the ball round jump yellow, I think that'll hit with her proceed with caution. So because Naomi came in, she distracted Jade. Jade used that to her advantage. The ref was, and not Jade. Nia used that to her advantage. And then I think she hit her with the Samoan drop again. If I'm not mistaken, but I know she hit her with that annihilator and won. So I'm like, we running it back with Tiffany and Nia. And I was like, this will be interesting because so much stuff has happened. I don't even remember if she got a rematch on her title, if that makes sense. Or if she did, I forgot what happened. Because I remember right after that, they put her right with Candace. Her and Candace was together. Then it was a tag team with like Tiffany and Trish versus Nia and Candice. And then that's it. But Nia had talked about on the Bellas podcast that she would love to be in the tag of the division, which I feel like is the reason why the NXT girls need to have their own tag titles, and then you need to have tag titles for Raw and SmackDown. But Raw and SmackDown girls need to share a tag title. Like, if you're going to have one tag title, don't have for all three divisions, have it for one division. I mean, two separate divisions. Because I'm like, it's enough girls down there where they can have their own. But now, with Jakara gone, Lash is a singles champion. I said champion. Well, I'm speaking that to existence. She's a single star. And I don't know, but it's a bunch of girls on there that you could put a few of them together and have a tag team. Okay? Because you low-key could have sent, they would have separated the titles back, you could have sent the party girls back down there and then had them, like, against the Metas. And then have them, like, against Soul and Zara. And then have them against Gigi and Shotzi before both of them got, removed. And then have them against other people. Like, you had enough girls. Or have them, like, against Tatum and... Who would I put Tatum with? I don't know who Tatum would go with. But... And then, yeah. So then, I was like, oh Lord. So I think they end up fighting. Or wrestling, going off. I forgot what happened after that. So then, Street Profits is coming around talking. Montez was bandaged up right here. What's his name was bandaged up the leg. They was talking to B-Fab. B-Fab, could spit a promo. Okay? She good at that. Then they talking about they was going out there to handle what was there. Talking about, and then me cheering was like cheering them on. They came out and was talking about they had put on the best TLC match. One of the best, greatest. Then they said the greatest TLC match. And I was like, I sat there and had to think about it, reevaluate my life. Because I was like, I was there watching live in real time on TV when the original ones happened. So I'm like, it's one of the best, if not the best. Okay. And then Fraxiom came out. So when Fraxiom came out, I forgot they were on SmackDown. When Fraxiom had came out, right? Then they were talking about how they need to get a chance at the titles. I said, wait a minute. Pause. Okay. This is my thought. I said, ain't no way. I feel like y'all need to become tag team champions before Pretty Deadly becomes tag team champions. And that's just me, my personal opinion. Like, if Street Profits going to lose somebody, it need to be Pretty Deadly. Like, not only would that be a good match, it'll be a comical match. Okay? Just like when New Day fought Pretty Deadly for the NXT Tag Team Championships at Deadline, it'll be something like that, but more athleticism. Okay? Like, no. So when he has said something, I think Tez was like, you think you about to come up here and automatically get a title shot and you only been here for 3 weeks? I said, okay. Like, you can't just be coming in here demanding stuff. Okay? I said, you gotta wait. It was like, for me, like, y'all a good tag team. I ain't gonna hold you. But I'm like, certain stuff like that, you need to wait. Like, when they kept, like, last year when I had mentioned they kept putting Tiffany and stuff, she was, like, Elimination Chamber, and I think she was in, like, the Royal Rumble, and I was like, and they kept having, I was like, she better not win none of these. And then after WrestleMania, I was like, okay, she been there now for about 4 months. And then she won money. I was like, now we can go about winning something. You know what I'm saying? Like, give some time. Let the people know you for 4 to 6 months. And then go out there and win something or win the title. Like, don't just be, you know what I'm saying? So, Nick come out talking about something I think is good. And they was like, Prophets was like, we not even 100%. Okay? I don't even want that. We not even 100%. And said they messed up my spicy chicken sandwich. I was gonna be upset. We not even 100%. They was like, so he was like, we gonna give it like a go. They end up wrestling. The match still ended up being good. Montez did like 2 frog splashes. He was sitting there hurting and all this other stuff they put on the show. I was like, poor Bianca, because I remember watching Love in WWE and how she was talking, like, when she watched some Elimination Chamber in the back after she did his gear, which I didn't even know. So I watched it because I was like, I don't know who did his gear. I think I tweeted. I was like, it was bomb. But when she did it and she was in the back like this, like, I be on, like, on my instant, anxiety. So I said, I know she up there with bad anxiety. I said, this poor lady. I said, cause I was like, B is got bad anxiety. I said, because her husband already bandaged up. And if the match goes well, which it will, and which it did, that means 9 times out of 10, it's going to be worse for him and his bandage. And then her finger, she showed on her story. Somebody said it looked like her finger got a kneecap. It do. Like, that thing is huge. It's like regular, and then it's like super swole right here, and then it go back down around. I was like, God dang. Okay. But yeah, I wish her finger wasn't injured because I want to see, like, Naomi and Jay can only take it but so far. Like, they got to bring in B at one point in time. You know what I'm saying? She going to have to pick or have her reasons as to why for both sides. She got to explain herself to Jade. Even though she explained herself to Naomi, she going to have to reiterate what she's saying because homegirl ain't get it. She's still talking about something because somebody had put on Twitter, like, you got me blocked. She's talking, that's my best friend. I'm like, girl, okay, with the kayfabe. I'm like, let it go. Not let the kayfabe go, but I'm like, you talk about some, I'm trying to talk to her and she got me blocked. I'm over here crying. But Fraxiom ended up winning that. And I was like, now we need to run it back when the Street Profits are healthy. Because we don't know if they would have won that had they been healthy. Okay? Like, let's keep it a buck. Okay? Now, Fraxiom good now. Okay? And then when they said, because they was like, Nathan Frazier's fast. I said, he is fast. And then they said he used to play, they said he played soccer for NCAA. I said, you mean he still plays or he used to play? Because I'm like, if he still plays, you got to keep up that speed to go across the field back and forth for 2 hours. I'm like, no wonder why he fast. Okay? I feel like the people that do running sports, okay, for me personally, I think the people that are cheerleaders, dancers, and football players, I'll say you throw in rugby and lacrosse in there too, because you can make the best wrestlers. Only because the football players and stuff know how to take a hit, and the rest and dancers and dancers, they dance and they do like the air cartwheel. Okay, you ain't even thinking about gravity. Same with cheerleaders. Like, you can do them high flying, ain't think about it. Gymnasts too. So for me, they make the best wrestlers as far as like foundation, hidden certain moves. This is it. As far as speed goes, football players, both footballs, soccer and American football, make, I want to say track stars too to a certain extent, but I feel like more so football and soccer players only because track, you're training to stay a certain speed for a certain amount of time. Football players and soccer players, you got to keep up the stamina for a whole hour, 2 hours. Okay? They make good. If they do another sport or something, they're perfect for that sport, especially if you have to keep up. Perfect. Okay? That's why people that used to play football and were real good at football or soccer make excellent basketball players. I feel the same now for like wrestling as far as keeping stamina up. They made excellent basketball players. Like Al Iverson played both. He could have went either way, but he chose basketball. LeBron, he could have went either way. Okay? Russ Westbrook, Anthony Edwards. And then on the flip side of that, you got football people that played both. Even like old players like Julius Culpepper. But you got people that played both. What's the rookie God dang, that played for Michigan State, that plays for the Bills. He played basketball. He played a forward, and now he played, what's his name? But him playing basketball helped him with his vertical. Like, sometimes you need both. So I'm like, him playing soccer, and I can't think of his name. And I just watched the interview. I think his name is Keon. God dang, what's that boy name? It's gonna eat at me, and I'm gonna randomly say at the end of the video, I'll be like, "Oh, this is what I was talking about." But I'm looking his name up right now because I'm like, I know that's his name. I was right, Keon Coleman. Okay, so yeah, so. Yeah, they end up losing. I'm like, so we got to run that back when they are healthy. When they are both healthy and see how that works. But with Fraxiom, they both are like high flyers and stuff. And I remember Axiom 2 years ago. I don't remember Nathan Frazier. I don't know if he wasn't there yet or I think he was still in college or whatever. But that first deadline that I watched when I always talk about Pretty Deadly versus New Day. And that's the sole reason why I watched, because New Day was on there. I ain't gonna hold you. And then I watched their version of War Games. I forgot what it's called. And I call it their version of War Games. And I'm like, low key, to me, it's better. Only because my 3 favorite PLEs is Survivor Series, Elimination Chamber, and Money in the Bank. And the NXT version of like their War Games or Deadline, I forgot what it's called, is a mix for me of Survivor Series and Elimination Chamber. And that's when I first made Axiom. So, and Braun, all of them. Carmelo, nope, new Carmelo. But like Braun, Axiom, some of the other people, because I don't remember them when Solo was on there. If they were on there, I wasn't paying attention. I just remember the beef with him and like Carmelo. But so then after that, it ended up being Carmelo Hayes versus Aleister Black. Let me tell you something. Miz, I don't even will classify him as a heel or nor a face. I just know he is hilarious as hell. First of all, he trying to hype up Carmelo. And he's talking about like having like, we gonna get this, and this is for you. And then and the fact that I'm still tripping over the Andre the Giant necklace that he got him for winning. Okay, so he was like, and Melo don't miss. So Melo don't miss, and I was cracking up. And he was like, and you're this, and you're that, and he said, what do you say? I'm him, and he said, and you're so then he points to him. He said, him, and I was like, what is wrong with him? I said, what is wrong with him? Okay. And then I was like, and then on top of that, you got Carmelo coming out. I don't even know if he changed his background because I was like, the hem is in gold and stuff. I ain't never said, but you got him coming out in that big Andre the Giant chain. I was like, why, Lord? Why are you still wearing that chain? Okay. The whole wrestling match, right, takes place, and the distraction, I said, and I tweeted, I said, Miz gonna mess this up somehow. Miz gonna mess this up for Carmelo somehow. Something's gonna happen. Luckily for him, he distracts the ref or something like that. Something happened. He talks trash with the ref and stuff. Carmelo ended up sneaking the win, which I appreciated because now when they bring on new people, I don't know if it's in the contract or not, they always win like the first 4 matches they have. And I be like, that ain't realistic, nigga. Like, you could be the best thing in the promotion you came from and then come over here and not be that good. Like, y'all not about to have my man's Melo keep losing these matches, and he was the hottest commodity to come out of NXT. That man ain't even got no title. Like, everybody in them had the titles that came out last year's draft, at least for a week. He ain't had not nothing. So when he won the Andre the Giant Battle Royale, I was so ecstatic because I was like, it's about time. It ain't no title. I was like, now from that, he should get a title shot for something. Like, put him back in the thing for the US side. I don't want him to die, though, with Jacob. Like, I want him to wait until somebody else get it. Okay? Because he wrestled Jacob. He ain't gonna have no more ribs left. Okay? And I love both of them. Now I want that to happen. But I want Carmelo to show out. The Carmelo that we had in NXT wrestling wise, but more advanced. Like, I want him to show out with these matches. Okay? Done. And then before that, at the beginning of Smackdown, did I mention this? I think I mentioned this. R-Truth holding up a John Cena, like Go John Cena, what's the name, poster outside. And I'm like, so Jimmy come up to him and was like, what is that? And he was like, he trashed or something like that, and paraphrasing now. And he's like, and R-Truth talking about, it's two sides to every story. And he been saying that every interview, like the Chris Van Vliet interviews, both of them, he said that. He was like, it's two sides to every story. He was like, you don't know what's going on. And I was like, depending on how you look at it, John not wrong. Okay? Excuse me. Partly. Like, the part when he says the fans are fair weather, and depending on how you react or how they feel or what city you in, they gonna like you or they not gonna like you. That's very much true. That showed that on the road to WrestleMania, because I'm like, they booed Cody and was booing Cena. And then once Cody said what the hell he had to say in the promo, then they started cheering. I was like, what the hell? And I said, I said, he just proved that, y'all just proved this point. And then he said, see, they just proved my point. And I said, I knew he was going to say that. I said, because I said that. Okay? So John comes out talking all this trash. Talking about, how he said he was going to destroy wrestling prior to, and now he's still going to do it, and he's going to erase Bob Orton Jr. Nobody remembers him, his grandfather. He said the only thing that your dad did that was significant was get with your mom and made you. I said, ooh. Oh, not you. Oh, okay. So, they have, like, after he says something, he has somebody come up behind him and tries to give him the RKO. So I'm looking, and I'm like, that's Randy. Then I said, wait, that ain't Randy. First of all, whether Randy got pants on or not, you could tell if it's Randy or not. Because when certain people work out their legs, my pastor was a CrossFit buff, my old pastor in Florida. He's like, when I first got these jeans, they fit. That's how he said. He said, because my legs became so muscular, he's like, they're like skinny jeans. So if you wear regular pants, they're going to be kind of tight around the leg. Or you got to wear real baggy pants. And I was like, and then I was like, I don't think the dude was as tall. I was like, that's not Randy. So I think Cena put him an attitude adjustment. And then Randy came out. I think he turned back around, and Randy gave him an RKO, and then it ended up, that was the end of it. And I was like, I can't wait for Backlash to happen. It's Monday night right now. What time is it? It's 9:03. It's an hour in the Raw. I still ain't seen Backlash. I'm about to make a prediction video. I don't know the results. I ain't been on. Like, I messed with my algorithm so much this weekend that I'm not getting WWE updates. Like, I'm getting stuff for the stuff I didn't keep, the stuff that I haven't watched in a while. So, like, React Channel, People vs. Food, 7 p.m. in Brooklyn, Miss Mojo, some old clips like Flash. What else is on my thing? Music. And then if it's like stuff like Black Panther, mostly basketball and acting stuff, like games and reaction stuff, on purpose this past weekend, just so I wouldn't have to see it. Ooh, a hair video. That's cute. Oh, sorry. But I did that on purpose because if not, it would have showed like all the reactions, all the results and all that. And I didn't want to see that yet. Like, I have to literally have to watch it tonight and then watch it. Or watch it tomorrow and then watch Raw on Wednesday. Okay? because I'm now working Friday, Saturday, Sundays. It's messing me up. It's messing me up because now I gotta watch like Smackdown on Monday and then try to watch Smackdown Raw on Tuesday if I don't watch NXT. So I hope you guys have a great night. Yeah, I'm about to make a reaction video after this. I don't know what the predictions are, so yeah, y'all bear with me, okay? I'm gonna try to get back on track. Don't see if that's happening anytime soon, only because I'm working. I work for an event company on the weekend, so yeah. Hope y'all enjoyed this video. Bye.